Hello traders, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You have seen my videos and you know that I am going to analyze the Nifty, and I'm also going to give you the range in which the Nifty will be trading for the next day. So let's discuss what happened in today's market. If you have seen the today's market, then you know that in the morning market opened a little bit negative and that has gone a little bit negative, then it went too much positive. Well, why did it happen? How did it happen? All these things I'm gonna discuss in this video. Well, stock market moves based on the stock prices. If you've seen the today's gainer and losers, then you may have come up with certain names like Grasim Industries, Tata Steel, JSW, or Eicher Motor for that matter. So if you see the Eicher Motor, it lost minus 1.57%. It changed actually minus 1.57%. Well, how did it happen? If you have seen my yesterday's video, then I have already mentioned that Eicher Motor declared result yesterday, and in that result it was mentioned that the profit of the company has fallen down on year-on-year basis to minus 66%, and it is a huge profit decline. That's why the stock price is going down, because whoever invested in the Eicher Motor, they are taking back their money, and the trends continue today also. Now let's talk about the gainers who moved the market today. So basically these were three companies: JSW, Tata Steel, Grasim Industries. So if you see, Grasim Industries gained 4.38%, Tata Steel gained 5.2%, and JSW gained 7.02%. Well, why did it gain? Here I'm going to mention the reason also. So if you have seen the Grasim industry, it gained 4.38%. And if you see the 12th November news, in that Grasim sells fertilizer business to Indorama Corporation for Rs 2,649 crore. So according to the news, the Grasim industry should fall, and it has fallen before today. And what happened? It has come into the buying zone of the investors, because there are investors who do the fundamental analysis before investing too much money in any company. So they have analyzed the Grasim Industries and it was a good call, so they have bought the Grasim Industries. Hence the price changed in positive direction, that is 4.38%. And if you see the Tata Steel, then you know Tata Steel is running a profitable business in Netherlands, and it is a strategic fit for SSAB. So they have sold the asset of 7 to 8 billion dollar worth. Now they're going to get some money, and that they're going to invest in their business. After the news came, investors put their money in Tata Steel, hence this stock gained 5.2%. If you talk about JSW, well, JSW approaches Bombay High Court against Goa government sales of Rs 156.34 crore. You may not realize that it is a positive news, but actually it is a positive news. How? Because they might win the case. In that case, they will be gaining 156 crore. And also there is one more news. Well, they have acquired Bhushan Power Acquisitions in 6,000 crore earlier. So after the acquisitions, this stock little bit fallen. Thereafter, it has come into the buying zone of the investors, and they have invested the money. And today was the lucky day for this JSW, and it gained 7.02%. Now let's discuss about the events and meeting. So first of all, let's discuss the events. So tomorrow's these three events are going to go happen. So these all events will be after market, but maybe there will be some news or there will be some information to the people or investors, so they might predict something and take positions in the stock market. So if you'll see, the infrastructure output year on year growth will be mentioned tomorrow. So the forecast is 1%, and earlier it was minus 0.8%. So if it goes according to the forecast, then infrastructure sector will go up and the Nifty will gain. If the news is negative, definitely then Nifty will fall. Well, in that case, infrastructure sector will fall. And if you see the foreign exchange reserves, then that also is going to be declared tomorrow. And if you see the GDP growth rate of year on year for quarter 3 will be declared tomorrow. So earlier it was minus 23.9%, and it is forecasted to be minus 10%. So if the better results come, then Nifty is going to go up. So these all events are going to happen after market hours. but it may affect because some people will try to make the predictions and will take some positions in these stocks. Okay, maybe in Nifty, maybe in infrastructure stocks. Now let's discuss about the meetings which are going to happen tomorrow. So these are the meeting. First of all, the quarterly results will be declared for ST Media Limited, Transformers and Rectifiers, Next Media Works, and Santosh Fine Fab Limited. And in other industries which I have mentioned here, there will be some meetings, AGM meeting or COM meeting. Now let's analyze the daily chart. So before analyzing the daily chart, let us analyze our today's Nifty chart and find out chart support and resistance. This is the chart for today's market. I have opened 15 minutes candle and I have drawn the support and resistance. So the support would be 12,763 and the resistance would be 13,043. Now let's discuss open interest, FIDI activities and find out what will be the range for tomorrow's market. Well, the underlying asset price means today Nifty ended up at 12,987. It went above 13,000 marks. So it may be possible tomorrow also it may gain. So you have already seen that Nifty has gained today. It means more put has been sold or the positions on the put side was more. And whoever made the position on call side, they have wind up their positions. That's why the open interest may be, that's why the change in open interest is negative. If you see the total OI, then 498 lakhs position has been made on put side and 413 lakhs position has been made on call side. So well, it is the cumulative positions on in the money and out of the money. But if you see, there is a difference around 80 points. Now let's analyze open interest. If you see the open interest, then you can easily see the support and the resistance. So here you can directly say that the support is at 12,800 and resistance is at 13,000. So still, if you see the weekly picture, then the support will be 12,800 and resistance would be 13,000, but it may change based on the tomorrow's market condition, news and the announcements. Now let's analyze the FI and DI activities. If you see this chart, then you can say that FI is buying today. That's why market has gone up. Now let's write down final support and resistance. So here I also included Dow Jones because change in the Dow Jones affect the market all over the world. So the change in Dow Jones was minus 0.58%, which is not that much significant. Hence it will not be affecting much. But definitely if in future also, if it is getting negative or positive, I'll definitely mention here so that in future you will be able to know that where the market is going to go. Means how the world market is affecting our Nifty. Now let's see. If you see the VIX, which is 20.02, so which is slow. It is below 25. It is considered low and you can make the money by selling options without major loss. What FI did today? So they bought the stocks today. And if you see the month till date, then in this month cumulative they have bought the stocks. So this is the option data alone. This does not include the future data because we are analyzing the options. Hence I am including here the option data only. If you see the OI weekly support and resistance, so support is 12,800 and resistance is 13,000 according to open interest. If you see the change in open interest is saying that the support is at 12,950 and the resistance is at 13,000. Now what chart is saying? Well, chart is saying 12,763 is the support and the resistance is 13,043. So if you will see here 12,763, it is nearby 12,800. So you can take whatever you want. So around 12,750 will be your support for tomorrow's market and the resistance would be 13,050 because we will be taking higher, whichever is higher on the resistance side and whichever is lower on the support side. So you can say 12,050 will be the support for tomorrow's market and the resistance would be 13,050. Well, actually I was thinking that the resistance would be more since today's market gained too much. But still, according to the analysis, It seems that the tomorrow either market will not move much, or else if it moves, it will move in the negative directions. Well, again, it will be depending on the tomorrow's news and how other stocks react. Let's see the tomorrow's market then and find out what will happen. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you find this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button.